Hey guys, so I know I told you guys that I would always be very transparent when it came to my illnesses and everything. So, unfortunately, I am going on this is day 3 of an active episode of my cyclic vomiting, hence why I look like crap, have no lashes, I tore them all out. But, this isn't how I wanted this video to go because I finally got cushion grip to try it out and I wanted to do a review on it. But I have been so sick the past couple days, but I really need to reline my dentures because my gums are so sore right now. So while I'm relining them, I'm just going to kind of talk you guys through on exactly what cyclic vomiting is and what it looks like in an active episode. And guys, like, this second time taking the reline off, I don't know if it's just because I'm weak right now, but the bottoms have been so hard to get out. I've been working on them for like 45 minutes. The tops were actually really easy. After I soaked it in hot water, it just came all off. But the bottom, there is still a little bit on it, but I'm wondering if that's okay because I can't get any more off. I've tried and tried and tried, and like I said, I think it's just because I'm weak right now. But anyway, they're cleaned. I let them soak last night, overnight, in my denture tablets. I let them soak all last night, and then I took them out and I rinsed them, and then I put just fresh hot water to get the reline that was on there softened enough to where I can take it off. And I did use tweezers to get it off, but like I said, the bottoms have just been super hard to get off. But okay, so they're nice and cleaned and dried. I brushed them, sanitized them, everything. So this is what comes in the cushion grip. It comes with the tube, the key, and I'm feeling like it's going to be similar to DenTouch 7, but let's read the instructions. Step 1, warm the cap tube in hot tap water, not boiling. Okay, and I figured that's what it was going to be, so this kind of got cold already. It's like warm. I'm going to have to change the water. So put it in hot water. Number 2, use the key, apply to lower dentures. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much the same as DenTouch 7. You just heat it in some water, use the key to take it out, apply to lower dentures first, then apply to upper dentures. You just take the little bit of adhesive and you roll it into a gummy worm. So pretty much the same thing. Okay, so this one says to wear it for 2 to 6 hours to cure or set it. DenTouch said 2 hours to set or to cure it. So I wonder if I can eat. Oh, okay, don't eat or drink for the first 2 hours. So that's fine. That's the same thing as DenTouch 7. Okay, let me go get new water and I'll be right back because this one got cold. Okay, so I got my water, so I'm just going to take this, put it in my hot water. I don't think I put enough. It should be okay. So this has to wait 5 minutes so it can heat up. So while we're waiting for those 5 minutes, I'm kind of just going to talk to you guys kind of what cyclic vomiting syndrome is. So cyclic vomiting syndrome, it's pretty much something that happens that they have no cure for. We have abortive medicines like Zofran. I'm on a new medicine called, what is it called? Nortriptyline, that I take at night that's supposed to help with the vomiting. But there is no cure for it. They just have abortive medicines. It's a syndrome that any little trigger, it can be the smallest things, like I'll mention a couple that trigger me. Stress, temperatures like heat, my menstrual cycle, which I also have PCOS, so I don't get it often, but when I do, the cramps really trigger me. My anxiety triggers it. Like if I have a really bad anxiety flare up, that triggers it. If I get overstimulated, that can trigger. It's like sometimes there's nothing that triggers it that I know of. So for this episode, there was really nothing that triggered it. This started Thursday night into Friday morning. At 4 a.m., I wake up, I'm throwing up. I was sleeping, so there's nothing in my mind that I could think of that triggered it. I sleep in a really, really dark, cold room because that's what helps me kind of like calm down when I'm in active episodes, and even when I'm not, I love a dark, cold room. So I don't know kind of what triggered it. That was Thursday night going into Friday. Friday I did work. I work outside kind of, so the heat really got to me, and all this week the heat has really gotten to me. So I know the heat probably could have been the trigger to it, but I was feeling fine. So Thursday it happened. Friday I got up. I was feeling a little sluggish, but I still went to work and I felt okay during the day. And then I usually always take a nap. I didn't take a nap all day Friday. So then, and mind you, all week I have not eaten. That's also something I'm dealing with. I'm seeing a nutritionist and they think I have ARFID, which is, hold on, I'll insert what it is here, like ARFID, for you guys to see, because I really don't know the long-term name of it, but it's an eating disorder. A lot of people have it because of textures of food, which I'm really big on textured foods, but mine is mostly pretty much because I haven't been diagnosed with it yet, but my nutritionist wants me to see counseling for it and to get diagnosed with it because I pretty much have a fear of eating because I know it's going to trigger my vomiting. And I also have IBS-D, so when I eat, it can be anything. And I don't have my gallbladder either, so just like the mix of everything, anytime I eat, it just comes out either way. So my point was, I haven't eaten all week. I have a food journal. If I eat, it's maybe, so let's say Thursday. I don't even remember what I ate Thursday because I don't eat. Start off with Friday because I remember Friday. Friday, I woke up. I got Dunkin'. I got an Oreo chiller, so it's a blended drink. I maybe drunk I got a medium, which I need to stop getting a medium. I need to go to a small because I never finished a medium. I drank like a quarter of it, and then I had a little bit of Gatorade while I was working. Came home, didn't eat nothing all day. So then Friday night around midnight, I dozed off. Then I had a really bad dream that I was in the hospital connected to a bunch of tubes and everything in a feeding tube because I don't eat enough. So it immediately woke me up and I'm like, fuck, I need to try to eat something. It doesn't matter. So I heated up a chimichanga. I took one bite, threw up. And then after I threw up, I gave it a little bit of time and my mom was like, well, maybe try a sandwich, just like a turkey and ham sandwich, something kind of more plain instead of like a chimichanga. So she made me a sandwich. She cut it in half and I took maybe a bite and a half and I was throwing up again. And ever since then, I've just been throwing up. I didn't eat nothing all day yesterday. No, I lied. I had one strawberry yesterday. Today it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't had nothing. I haven't even consumed any liquids today. I've been in bed. I was in bed all day yesterday, all day today. It's really hard to deal with. And I want to eat. I want to try to eat, but I know, and I think it's 5 minutes, y'all, so I'm gonna take this out. One way or another, I'm going to be using the bathroom or throwing up. So to me, it's like, I just rather not eat. But then again, I get no nutrients. My nutritionist wants me to eat 60 to 90 grams of protein a day. I wouldn't even be surprised if I got maybe 2 grams of protein a day. I don't even think I consume 100 calories a day. If I do, it's maybe in liquids. And I'm gonna also put here like what cyclic vomiting is, because I know I didn't explain it to the fullest, because it has something to do with like your brain and your gut activity and whatnot. But yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with, and it's really hard, trying to deal with it, constantly vomiting. Because if you vomited, I know everybody has, it is fucking, it's just exhausting. And imagine vomiting 10, 20 times a day. It's so exhausting. My throat hurts, and I don't even have tonsils no more. I have my tonsils removed. My back is killing me from the constant vomiting. And since, oh, was I supposed, oh, this one doesn't come with a thing. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and go in. From the my back hurts from the constant vomiting. It's just very, very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. It's annoying. It's hard to deal with, and it's hell. I wouldn't wish it on nobody, honestly, at all. But I have it, I deal with it, but it's stressful, honestly. It's very stressful. And I'm applying for disability as well. It's been, I think, a year now since I applied for disability. I've gotten denied 3 times because they say that my condition isn't, how do they put it? It isn't severe enough. So the next step, since I've gotten denied 3 times, is to go in front of a judge. And I'm going to tell that judge, like, honestly, how would you deal with random days of the week you're throwing up? How would you deal? Would you be able to get out of bed and go in front of your courtroom while every 20 minutes you have to stop and throw up? Like, I don't understand how they say it's not severe enough, when last year alone I was admitted to the hospital for 14 different times. And the longest one I was admitted was 16 days, because I was throwing up so much. They couldn't get it under control. My potassium was bottoming out. My heart rate was super low. Even on IVs, they couldn't keep me hydrated. Because even with being on IVs, I was still throwing up. I was still having diarrhea because my IBS-D. They couldn't figure out how to stop it. They did all the abortive medicines. So all they could do was keep me there and constantly push potassium, magnesium, fluids. So it's like, how is my condition not severe enough when I deal with stuff like this? And mind you, I don't want to stop working. I love having a job. But when you have a job and you're at least once, twice a week, I never go a full week not calling off. This is my bottoms, by the way, how they look. So it's hard. I work part-time. I do about 20 to 22 hours on a good week if I'm, able to work my full 5 days. But it's hell living with it. And like I said, I wouldn't want that on anyone. I honestly sometimes don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. I've gotten so depressed because of it. My anxiety, sometimes I don't want to go anywhere, leave anywhere, because I'm thinking, what if I go somewhere and I have to throw up? I've done my old job. I threw up in front of multiple customers because the owner and the manager, no matter how many times I told them I couldn't be alone, I didn't want to be alone, because at any moment I need to run to the bathroom, they didn't care. They still put me alone. So multiple customers, I had to stop. I would have a line out the door because I worked for a UPS store. I had a line out the door by myself on a Saturday, mid active episode, having to literally stop in front of customers, run to the bathroom to throw up, come back, eyes all teary, customers, oh my God, are you okay, all this, and I just had to keep going. Or if not, you have the Karens, oh my God, are you by yourself? Nobody's here to help you, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just me. You're lucky the store is even fucking open. But anyway, here is the top. But yeah, so I love that job. The job now, I don't deal with customers or anything like that. But then we let these sit for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, it's very hard, very overwhelming to deal with. If you have cichlid vomiting, then it's torture, it's hell. And last night I was gonna try to eat something, but having dentures, the Reline, I think it's been 15 days now since I last did my, 14 days since I did my last Reline. So it was really hurting my bottom gums. So I was trying, I think I ate a piece of watermelon, and even that was putting so much pressure on my gums, and it was hurting so bad that I was over it. I just literally took them out and put them to the side and didn't want to eat. And that's another one of my big downfalls when it comes to my eating disorder, because without my dentures, I can't eat a lot. So if I don't have my dentures in, like there's some days if I'm home on a weekend when I'm off, I won't put my dentures in all day. And that just opens up a door for me in my mind, okay, I don't have to eat all day because I don't have my dentures in. And it's not healthy, because my nutritionist is very big and very adamant about telling me, oh yeah, we should put you on a feeding tube, because then we can start to open your stomach up a little bit more and more and more. I don't want to do that. I'm 1,000% against it. I just don't want it. So I've been really, really, really trying to push myself to eat. But like I say, I try. I really do. And if I force myself to eat too much, or even if I force myself and I just take a couple bites of something, I just gag and I end up throwing up. And I was never like this before. I used to eat so good. I used to be 212 pounds before I got sick. So I was eating good. But now it's just like, my body doesn't even tell me I'm hungry. My body doesn't even tell me hey, you need to eat, because I've gotten so used to ignoring the thought of food. The thought of food doesn't even interest me. So I've gotten kind of where I really like slushies. I even get apple juice and juicy juice fruit punch, and I freeze it and I just eat it like that. And then last night I was telling my mom, I remembered one of the times I was in the hospital. They have something called Ensure Clear, which is like a juice, but it has all the proteins and nutrients that regular Ensure has. So I'm thinking of getting those and freezing them and eating them like a slushie. Because my nutritionist wants me to eat so much per day, and I know I can't. To me, it's impossible. Even my therapist told me just take one meal and stretch it out throughout the whole day. I don't even eat a meal. So, like I said, yesterday I had one strawberry. Oh, and then I went and got some classic Lay's, my nephew did. And I ate maybe, and I wanted them so bad, I ate maybe 4 chips, and that was it. So it's I don't even know what to do no more. I don't even know what tricks to try to get my appetite back on track, because even a protein, I used to drink protein shakes. Now my mom makes them daily for her and my brother. Just the consistency of the protein shakes, because they're so thick, I can't even finish a quarter of it. Bone broth. The nutritionist told me to eat bone broth. Whenever I was really sick, they always put me on clear liquids. I can never drink the broth of anything. So it's like, how am I going to eat bone broth? And then, y'all see my tongue? That is from throwing up so much. I've gotten thrashed like 3 times. Every time I take my dentures off, I brush my mouth, brush my tongue, use a tongue scraper. But when you throw up so much, it's like, it's inevitable that you're going to get it. And it makes your tongue feel so scorched. It scorches your tongue to where it makes it very uncomfortable to eat or drink stuff. Because you know how if you ever burn your tongue and you just have that scorchness, and then also it takes away your taste buds. So when you're eating, it's like you don't even want to eat because you barely taste anything because of the thrash. And like I said, I've had this before, and it's just not fun to deal with. If you've had a baby with thrash, then you know. And I see why babies get so fussy and upset with thrash, because it's very uncomfortable. But there's no way for me to prevent it. No matter how much I brush my mouth, clean my tongue, mouthwash, it always comes back because of the amount of times that I vomit. So it's annoying. And then that's another downfall of cichlid vomiting syndrome, is thrash and stuff like that. Stomach pains, like the pains were horrible. My throat. I know this video has been everywhere to, I just been bouncing around like a ping pong because my mind is just like everywhere. But yeah, that's a little bit about how an episode looks in an active episode. Just throwing up, vomiting, sleeping. Yesterday, I was in bed all day, like I said. My mom came in my room at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and she shook me. She goes, "Oh my gosh!" She goes, "I just realized you haven't came out of your room all day." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sleeping." I don't leave my house for weeks sometimes, or a week at a time. Things that used to help me before, like taking hot showers, those don't even help me anymore. So yeah, I've tried heating pads, hot showers. Somebody just recently told me in a cichlid vomiting group that I'm in on Facebook to try a vagus nervous system or vagus nerve therapy or something like that. I have to look more into that. But yeah. So if anybody is dealing with cichlid vomiting, then you know it's horrible. I just thought I'd share with you guys my point of view in an active episode. Even though, like I said, this video has been all over the place. It's been crazy. But let's get back to these now, because I think it's been more than 5 minutes that I've been just sitting here yapping away, because I could go on and on about this stupid disease forever. But okay, back to the main event of this video. I just realigned them with cushion grip. Let's see. And I've been putting this off for days because it's so bulky. And that happened. I ended up throwing up. I really, really hope that doesn't affect these. I gave them a really quick rinse because it's nothing but fluids. I'm not going to talk. Let's just see. Hopefully it still works, because I had to pull them out of my mouth because I threw up. And this is what I'm talking about, living with cichlid vomiting syndrome. So I've had them in, pressing them down for about 2 minutes now. And one thing I can say different so far about the cushion grip instead of the DenTach 7 is I feel a lot more not burning, but tingling in my gums than I did with Dentach 7. Dentach 7, it was like for like 30 seconds and it was gone. This has been about 2 minutes and I can still feel it kind of burning, and it's like, feels like my gums are itchy, if that makes sense. But now I'm gonna wait 2 hours for it to cure. I already set my timer, and then I'll be back to trim them up with you guys, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I will not throw up during those 2 hours. That way this can cure fully. Just a check-in. It is doing the same thing as Dentach 7.
Let's investigate number 2. The main accusation I'm afraid of is bed bugs. Oh, okay. Well, one thing we just found pretty.
Alright guys, it's been 2.5 hours, about 2.5 hours since this has been sitting in my mouth. It's time to take them out. As you can see, I did my lashes while waiting to try to make myself feel a little bit better, and that did not work, because you'll see, like, I'm gonna really fast track my lash videos, but I almost threw up multiple times. But I was doing my breathing in and out to try to stop it, but it hasn't helped, and I just feel like absolute shit. I feel so weak. I still haven't ate 6:37. I still haven't ate anything. I've literally only had 2 sips of Gatorade, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to eat, but because my mom, she made some picadillo and put some to the side for me, which is just like ground beef with carrots, potatoes over white rice. So I eat a little bit of that when I'm done after these cure. But let's go ahead and get these all trimmed up. And I honestly don't know what I did with my little scissors that I bought for my denture relines. But I've looked in all my little cubbies. I hope my sister didn't take them, because she just comes in my room and grabs stuff. But hold on, let me try to find it and then I'll be back. Alright guys, I don't know what happened to my scissors, honestly. I found these in the kitchen drawer, so I just washed them really good. I'm so scared to take these out because I know I'm gonna gag, especially the top ones. Okay, I can already feel it. Okay. Alright, they're out. I just pat them dry. This one is really weird. It didn't form the way I wanted it to. Like I said, this is my first time using cushion grip, so I've never used this. They said after 2 hours it should be good, but it really feels super soft still. This isn't how it was with Dentouch 7. Oh. I don't know, this looks weird. Maybe because the other one was pink, but like you can see all like the grooves and everything. We're still gonna give it a chance. I don't know if I should like let it sit outside of my mouth for a little bit. Like I said, it's still really soft, and I'm scared that if I cut it, it'll mess up. Hold on, let me reread the instructions. Okay, it says the excess creates a strong suction, but if there's too much, remove dentures after first 2 hours, trim excess and reinsert. Which I waited more than 2 hours. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and trim them, put them back in and see, because that is a lot of excess. You see, look at that. Even went all the way up. So we're gonna go ahead and trim them, and hopefully it doesn't mess up the reline. It's still super gummy. You guys can see that. So let's see. So for the top dentures with cushion grip, it doesn't really stick. Like this part came up, this part came up. I don't know. It didn't really stick at all. Like I didn't have that problem with Dentouch 7, but I don't know. And I put a lot on the top. As you can see, I put plenty on the top, and it just did not go up. I don't know. We're still gonna go with it. I already finished my bottoms, so let's trim all of this up. It's super easy for this to come up. I don't want to cut too much off the top because it's literally lifting up by itself just by me cutting it. It seems like there's an air bubble right there. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little skeptical about this cushion grip. The application just, it's weird. It's so soft. I couldn't keep it in my mouth anymore without all that overflow in my mouth. But I guess we're done. Cleaned it all up. But this up top was really weird because it's still really squishy. I'm gonna put them back in once I'm done, but I'm scared to do anything else with them. Like, I usually file down the sides, and now I'm kind of worried about doing that. Like, I guess I'm just gonna go really soft. Look, y'all, see, it's not staying. It's just not staying. I don't know. That's 100% that's going to be coming up for sure. It makes me just want to take it completely off right now, but gonna give it a try. I just have to trim it back more because it kind of folded over. Alright, I'm not gonna mess with top anymore. I did a little bit right here, but I'm not gonna mess with anything else. Okay, I'm done, guys. Alright, guys, that was me doing my reline with cushion grip, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, my bottoms are super loose still. Like, even though it feels okay on my gums, because, I mean, that's my biggest issue is my sores on my gums. The tops, they're not as suction as I wanted them to be, but I'm thinking it's because that middle part. But I'm gonna keep it in. See, when I'm talking, the top wants to come down. Yeah, 1000% I'm gonna be needing glue for this. But alright, guys, I'm about to go get in bed. I don't even know if I want to try to eat now because these aren't really secure at all. But thank you for watching today's chaotic video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.